Under the blazing lights of Dodger Stadium, one man has always stood out, not for the number on his paycheck, but for the spark he brings wherever he steps. Enrique Kike Hernandez, born August 24, 1991, in San Juan, Puerto Rico, is one of those rare athletes whose worth transcends his stat sheet. As of now, Hernandez's net worth is estimated at around $3 million, a modest sum by Major League Baseball standards. But it's the story behind those dollars that fascinates. He isn't a player with the biggest contract or the flashiest endorsements, yet his name is synonymous with energy, adaptability, and relentless heart. Over more than a decade in MLB, he's built something far more enduring than fortune, a reputation as the ultimate team player, a fan favorite, and one of the game's most respected clubhouse leaders. Early life. Every legend begins somewhere, and for Kike, that place was a humble neighborhood in Toa Baja, Puerto Rico. He was the firstborn child of Enrique Hernandez Sr., a former scout for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Monica Gonzalez, a determined small business owner who ran a local boutique. Baseball wasn't just a pastime in the Hernandez household. It was a lifeline. His father's job meant young Enrique was constantly surrounded by gloves, bats, and the smell of red clay. From age 6, he played in local youth leagues, facing older kids and developing the grit that would define his style. While other children watched cartoons, Kike was watching batting mechanics, studying swings, asking his father how to read a pitcher's delivery. He wasn't born a superstar. During his teenage years at American Military Academy in Bayamon, he was undersized, barely 5'6". Scouts overlooked him, yet he never lost the joy that came with the game. Then, almost miraculously, in his senior year, he sprouted to 5'11". His bat speed caught up to his new frame. By graduation, the skinny kid with the infectious grin had become one of Puerto Rico's most intriguing young prospects. When the Houston Astros drafted him in the 6th round of the 2009 MLB draft, Hernandez signed immediately. College could wait. His dream was calling. Professional career. Houston Astros. The debut of a dream, 2014. For 5 years, Kike climbed through the Astros farm system, logging miles in buses and nights in cheap motels. By the summer of 2014, perseverance paid off. On July 1st, he made his major league debut. In his first game, he cracked 2 hits, including a ground rule double. The next day, he belted his first career home run, an electrifying moment that hinted at what was to come. Over 24 games, he hit .284 with a .420 slugging percentage, numbers that earned him notice across the league. But baseball is business, and by July 31st, he was shipped to the Miami Marlins in a trade. For a 22-year-old, being uprooted so suddenly was tough. Still, in true Hernandez fashion, he made it count, smacking a grand slam in his final week of the season. Los Angeles Dodgers, the spark of a contender, 2015 to 2020. The winter of 2014 changed everything. Traded again, this time to the Los Angeles Dodgers, Kike arrived in Hollywood unsure of his future. Within months, he became a cult hero. By 2015, he was the Dodgers' Swiss Army knife, playing everywhere, shortstop, second, third, and every outfield spot. He hit .307, crushed left-handed pitching, .423 average against southpaws, and injected humor into the dugout, sometimes showing up in a banana suit to lighten the mood. The following years brought ups and downs. Injuries slowed him, slumps humbled him, but his character never wavered. Then came October 19, 2017, the night that etched him into baseball history. In Game 5 of the NLCS against the Chicago Cubs, Hernandez exploded for 3 home runs and 7 RBIs, including a grand slam that sent the Dodgers to their first World Series in 29 years. Millions watched in awe as the grinning Puerto Rican danced around the bases, his teammates roaring. That game didn't just send the Dodgers to the World Series. It turned Kike into a folk hero. He'd go on to appear in 3 World Series during that first Dodger stint, including their long-awaited championship win in 2020. Boston Red Sox, the veteran leader, 2021 to 2023. In 2021, seeking a larger role, Hernandez signed a 2-year, $14 million contract with the Boston Red Sox. Some fans questioned the move. He'd been a utility guy, not a headline name. But Boston quickly learned what Los Angeles already knew. Kike was a glue guy, a motivator, a spark plug. That season, he hit 20 home runs and delivered clutch performances in the postseason, including a walk-off sacrifice fly in the ALDS. His ability to thrive under pressure made him a Boston favorite. In 2022, he transitioned from center field to shortstop amid injuries, proving again his value as one of baseball's most versatile defenders. The Red Sox extended him for another year at $10 million. Returned to the Dodgers, 2023 to 2025. In mid-2023, fate brought him home. The Dodgers reacquired Hernandez in a trade, and fans erupted, chanting Kike. Kike, like it was 2017 again. The reunion felt right. In 2024, Hernandez played 126 games, hit 12 home runs, and became a crucial veteran presence. That fall, he delivered another clutch postseason, batting nearly .300 as the Dodgers reclaimed the World Series title. By February 2025, the Dodgers rewarded him with a one-year, $6.5 million contract. Now 34, Hernandez remained the same high-energy player who could fill any gap, bring any room together, and turn every game into a celebration. International career, a Patriot's pride. Hernandez has always carried Puerto Rico in his heart. In the 2017 World Baseball Classic, he helped the island nation reach the final, earning a silver medal. When he donned the red, white, and blue again in 2023, he hit .300 and led his team with fiery emotion that inspired millions watching from San Juan to New York. He's often said, "Every time I wear Puerto Rico across my chest, it's more than baseball, it's family." Personal life. Off the diamond, Kike's world orbits around family. In December 2019, he married Mariana Vicente, actress, model, and Miss Puerto Rico 2010. Their wedding, held on the island under a canopy of twinkling lights, was as lively and warm as their personalities. 2 years later, they welcomed Penélope Isabel Hernández, their daughter, in January 2021. Kike often shares glimpses of fatherhood online. Penélope toddling through the outfield during batting practice or sitting on his shoulders during championship parades. Away from baseball, Hernandez's personality shines just as bright. Known for humor and heart, he isn't afraid to be goofy, whether posting hilarious clubhouse videos or poking fun at teammates. But there's also depth behind the laughter. In a 2023 interview, he revealed that he lives with ADHD, describing it as both his superpower and his challenge. His openness resonated deeply with fans, particularly children who look up to him. Beyond the field, he's a dedicated philanthropist. After Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico in 2017, Hernandez and Vicente launched campaigns to raise funds and send essential supplies to those in need. Their charity events, often attended by MLB stars, have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for rebuilding efforts. As for faith, Hernandez has never spoken extensively about religion. While not outspokenly affiliated with any denomination, he often references gratitude and fate, values rooted in the spiritual fabric of Puerto Rico's culture. Lifestyle, home and wheels. Unlike many athletes who flaunt extravagant lifestyles, Hernandez lives with quiet taste. Though the Dodgers outfielder could afford opulence, he and Mariana have always preferred comfort and family warmth to excess. Their Los Angeles home, reportedly in the hills near Studio City, features open living spaces, a child-friendly backyard, and walls adorned with framed jerseys and candid family photos. Friends describe it as a house full of laughter and music. While he keeps his car collection private, fans have spotted him driving a Range Rover Sport to Dodger Stadium and occasionally a classic Chevy Camaro, restored as a nod to Puerto Rico's vintage car culture. He's not the type to flash wealth. He'd rather invest in family, travel, and charitable missions. As he's said in interviews, luxury is peace of mind and people you love. College career. Unlike many MLB stars who built their resumes in college programs, Hernandez jumped straight from high school to the pros. The decision wasn't easy. He'd been courted by universities, but his father's scouting experience assured him he was ready. School will always be there, his father told him. Opportunities like this won't. That leap of faith proved prophetic. While others played college ball, Hernandez was already learning the grind of the minor leagues, honing not just skill, but resilience, the trait that would define his professional life. As of today, Enrique Kike Hernandez is alive, active, and healthy. There are no reports of illness or death. He remains an integral part of the Dodgers organization and a beloved figure in the baseball community. Legacy, the heartbeat of a team. When people talk about Kike Hernandez, they don't just mention statistics, they talk about energy. The way he sprints onto the field like a kid at recess. The way he cheers louder for teammates than for himself. The way he steps into any role, shortstop, center, pinch hitter, emergency pitcher, without hesitation. Teammate Mookie Betts once called him the best teammate I've ever had. That's not about numbers, it's about presence. Kike's career has been a celebration of adaptability. In an era of specialization, he's thrived by being everything his team needed him to be. When he wasn't in the lineup, he was the emotional engine. When the lights were brightest, he delivered. He's become a symbol of modern baseball's evolution, a reminder that heart, humor, and hustle can make a man as valuable as any superstar. In the twilight of 2025, as he enters the later years of his career, Hernandez reflects on his journey with characteristic humility. "I was never the biggest or the most talented," he once said. "But every time I step on that field, I know someone's watching. Some kid in Puerto Rico dreaming of the same thing. I play for him." That's Kike, the player who wore a banana suit one day and a hero's cape the next, who hit 3 homers to send the Dodgers to glory, who never forgot where he came from, who turned ADHD, doubt, and pressure into fuel. When his playing days finally end, whenever that may be, Enrique Hernandez will leave more than a career behind. He'll leave a spirit, an example, and a story about joy in the face of challenge. Because for Kike Hernandez, baseball was never just about the game. It was about living it with every ounce of heart he had.